Alright, I'm out here right now trying to work on Evan's transmission. A lot of these bolts were stuck and getting stripped off with this guy. So I grabbed onto them with a pair of vice grips and broke them free. And that guy is ridiculously stuck, and I'm out of welding wire, so once Evan comes up on the 29th, today's like the 13th or 14th of December, we can weld a nut to that, which will take the heat and help it break it loose and give us a better bite. But right now, working on taking it apart, draining the fluid very slowly. So yeah, I got all the bolts out except for one. I just ground it off. I don't need that where we're going. Now I'll take this bit, pop it open. Alright, well, got it all split apart. Now I've got to pop this diff out, but I got to find a way to take this wheel off. And I got to make a new gasket. But this oil does not look the greatest. It's pretty gold and sparkly. Yeah, I'll put you back on once I figure out how to get this wheel off. Well, I took the E-clip off and the washer, and I went to put those bolts in to use that crate puller to pull it out, because it's got these slots for the wheel weights, but the thing is already loose. Alright then, that makes my life easier. Alright, well, I got this out, and I can see now that it's just held in with the snap ring, so as long as I can get these gears out, the bevel gears, I should be able to get the axle back in there and throw a snap ring on it. If not, I can try and fit like an E-clip. Alright, well, 90 or 45 degree pliers and a Harbor Freight snap ring kit. I didn't even have to take the bevel gear out. I just opened it up like this, and then slid the shaft in and then put it over, and it wasn't on there all the way, so I just took a wrench and popped it into its groove. So now I gotta put this all back together. I'm gonna clean up this shaft and put some anti-seize on there, because why not? Alright, well, I messed up, because that shaft end does not want to go into there. So I'm going to have to take that snap ring off, slide the axle into there, and then put the snap ring back on while these are kind of together-ish. Alright, putting it all back together. I had to pull this side off so I could get into the gears, because one of the gears fell off its splines. That was a pain in the ass. But now I've already got 90-minute gasket maker in there, so now I've just got to clean up this gasket surface and close this thing back up, and it should be good. And Evan, because I know you're gonna be watching this, right there, when we go to lock this, just weld it right there, right there, right there, and right there, and then flip it over and do the same on the other side. Alright, got the case halves together. Gasket surface is cleaned up and put some sealant on it. It's just some 90-minute gasket maker that I got. And just gotta screw it back together, and here we go. Alright, she's all back together. Goes through all the gears on both sides. So now I've got to work at getting this pulley off, and then that'll be it for part one. Just pop that pulley off. But that's a job for tomorrow. It's cold out here. Alright, as you can see, it's darker out now. I decided to do it today because why not? Just got 2 cinder blocks and this thing elevated in there. Take a punch and punch it right through here. I gotta make sure that there's nothing in there though. There was a set screw on the side, but I'm not sure if there's anything in the inside holding it out. Alright, I looked in there. Damn, out of focus. I looked in there. Didn't really see anything. Just use this punch here. And a BFH. Alright, well, I couldn't get it off, so filled the hole up with some generic SuperTech Walmart lube. Sprayed down there on the shaft. Throw that on top of there so water don't get in there. Call it good for tonight. Mess with it tomorrow. Alright, well, it's really late now. It's like almost 8 o'clock. I'm bored. I'm gonna keep trying to get this thing off. Alright, there we go. Just a bit of work. Needed a bit of lube because this regress is fucking massive. It's like a fucking 10-inch pulley. This thing's freaking huge. Fuck you, Evan. I'm keeping that. That's mine now. Now the transmission's all ready to go. Prepped and ready for the pulley swap. Probably clean it up a bit more. And we'll continue this when Evan comes up in part 2.